Sometimes it's my internet. I don't know if it's happening to you.
It was happening to me. That's why I just exited and came back.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
But yeah, what were you saying? Basically, like
going back and doing this type of thing reminds me of when we were first starting the game. It's like nostalgic. Because this is like the entire first like 30 hours of the game.
I love seeing Merlwib again.
Looks like my stream restarted.
Why?
I don't know.
The heck?
I don't know.
Did
why
the internet just like stop for a second?
It's possible, but wouldn't we have
Did your stream mess up for a second? Yes.
Yeah, it did. Weird.
That's strange.
Never had that happen.
Not like that.
No, because I was still online.
Yeah, we never got disconnected from the game.
That was really weird.
But my Discord got messed up too.
My Discord did, and my stream did. But when I look at my bitrate and everything, that it never dropped. It just like turned itself off. It did that yesterday too. But that was just Streamlabs, and yeah, it was just Streamlabs. So, and well, it was actually Streamlabs and my Final Fantasy. Oh well, it's not a big deal. But what was I saying? Doing quests like these bring me back to like when we first started, and I was also gonna say, or I was gonna ask, did we end up joining a different FC or changing the tag? Today I actually just joined a different one. I joined, I think it's called Rough Crew or something like that.
We still have the old free company.
Yeah.
But
yeah, Rough Crowd. Should have joined yours? Oh, I didn't even think about joining one of the people from our stream, actually. That would have been a good idea. But I just, I went online and I was like, how do I join an FC? And I just looked through the list and talked to somebody about it. And this is a pretty active company, so they've got 353 members. I don't know how you can sort like those that are online, but they've got a lot of different people. So it seems like a pretty decent one. I think it's the second biggest on Siren, or the second most active. They were like crazy, so yeah. But the reason I joined this one, and I still have the old one too, I just made an alt and handed it over to him, was just so that when I'm in Endwalker, I'll have like a group of people that are active all the time, because I wasn't really able to grow the company like I wanted to. So, but yeah, Zach and I think Ruby are in this one. And if anybody else wanted to join this one, they probably could too. So it's hard to grow a company, which is why yours is so slow. Yeah, it's hard. Anytime that you come into like an MMO, it's just so much easier to join an already established one because everybody's kind of already in their group, you know. So, unless if it's like a brand new game, then it's not so bad. But the other thing I was gonna say was, I'm really excited for Endwalker, and I think what I'm the most excited for is just all of the different class changes and the MSQ. And I still don't know what I want to do, like, on the first day. You mean to do some recruiting? I tried to recruit a few times, but I was just like, I don't know how to do it. Currently in an FC with just your boyfriend, so we have control over the FC buffs. Nice. I mean, that's not a bad idea. I think, actually, let me look. I think they have, like, a schedule here for when they do their buffs. I think they pretty much always have the heat of battle on, and then on, I think Saturday, they do the gold, what is it called? The gold saucer bonus thing. It's lonely though. Got some friend groups from raiding though, so that's helpful. Yeah, I could imagine. That's one of the reasons why I thought joining a bigger one would be kind of nice, because then whenever I play the game, I've always got a dozen people that are typing in the chat. Your FC is called Part-Time Heroes. It's a casual FC, so you don't have anything special really going on. If you could, yeah, if you could get some more people, and like, especially now that Endwalker is coming out, there's going to be a lot of new players. You could probably get a decent chunk of new people pretty easily. I won't say it's going to be super easy because it depends. But, yeah. What are you guys most excited for Endwalker? For the first time in a long time, Roarweb's course is clear. MSQ. That's fair. It does look like it's going to be quite good. MSQ 100%. Leave it to us, we will open his ears to reason. Sometimes I forget to read this stuff out loud. You have my thanks. Ere we proceed, there is something you should know. Some 50 years passed when the Sahagin swarmed at our halls in even ever greater numbers. Limsa entered into a covenant with the kobolds. To men shall go the bounty of the sea, to kobolds shall go the bounty of the land, an ostensibly equitable arrangement, conspicuously lacking in detail. Inadvertently or not, the wording was ambiguous. I can't speak. Ambiguous, and we took advantage of it, moving in to claim. Bloodshed followed the bloodshed to answer bloodshed, and on it went until every ilm of Vilbrand bore the stain of our conflict. This is not history, you understand. It is the present, fresh and raw, and with their kindred's blood yet on our hands, we will struggle to regain the kobolds' trust, and even if should we cure their tempered. Admiral, you speak of obstacles like we are like to encounter at the meeting, but as things stand, I see no reason why the kobolds would agree to a meeting in the first place. And so we must provide reason. I will restore their stolen crystals to them and personally deliver the cargo along with my apologies. Bait. They would welcome us into their midst, not to speak of peace, but to have you at their mercy. And given the wealth of crystals we will bring, I'll wager they'll attempt to summon Titan there and then. Meaning a high priest would need to be present, to whom we could administer the cure. Precisely, he is the fish I would catch, but he will not be alone. Nay, he will have guards on hand, and they will lay down their lives to protect him. Yet a single death on the kobold side would jeopardize our chance at peace, and there my venture founders. Yet it need not. What if we were to employ the Conqueror's Chain? Though we would still have to weaken the kobolds, it would allow us to subdue them without inflicting lasting harm. The artifact Mistbird used to take goods and not life? Aye, that would serve. Well done, Marshal. So, friends, what think you of our strategy? The effects of tempering are cumulative, and we may safely assume that the High Priest's exposure to primal influence is extensive. It will therefore take a great deal of ether to reverse its effects, not to mention time. Time during which Alizé would be defenseless. Even should we all look to her protection, I am not convinced we could keep an entire army of kobolds at bay. Well, I'm happy to take that risk. It's not as if we have any other choice. Besides, it's what Tizleen would do, and had I not followed her example, we wouldn't even have a cure for tempering, much less a chance to bring peace to Vilbrand. So I'm going to cure that priest or die trying. Oh, music. I believe in you, Alizé. Let's go. And I believe in you too. You and everyone. I know you'll keep me safe. It is settled then. See you to your preparations make for Camp Overlook. We will join you there anon. Bum 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 ba da ba da bum bum.
What class changes are you most excited for, Zerpup?
Oh, we're already almost done with 5.4. We only have a couple more quests.
Ba 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 ba.
That do be going pretty quick though.
Oh yeah.
I was looking at some of the changes earlier today, and I thought the monk changes were actually really good. That doesn't mean I'm gonna play monk. It's just cool.
Excited to main warrior again.
So what? I actually haven't looked at warrior changes. What are the big ones? I know that they have, like, they made the rotation a little bit better, but that's it. I don't know how they actually made it better. Paladin. Oh, Paladin looks so good.
Yeah, Paladin looks really good.
Paladin looks so juicy. I have no doubt that Alize will succeed with the cure if we can but afford her the time. They're taking away our Dragoon glow.
They are, yeah. We don't get to glow like before.
What do you mean?
What do you mean?
You glow?
Blood of the Dragon makes Dragoons glow with red or blue.
Oh, I didn't even know
And
that.
since that's becoming like just a passive now,
Oh, it's just gonna go
we
away.
lose our glow.
They should just make it so you passively glow like a Shadow Priest from WoW.
Yeah, you can't see my buff when it's active, right?
I can actually. It's like an aura around you.
Yeah,
Cool.
that's what it is.
So the AoE combo will apply damage buff. They're changing inner release and adding in an ability called Primal Rend, as well as making the gap closer no longer require beast gauge. Oh, that's so good. Wait, their gap closer required beast gauge? Ooh. I didn't even know that. Or did I? What level is my warrior? I don't have their gap closer yet. So, I didn't know that. It takes 20? Ugh. Yeah.
I don't know enough about the classes to really know what they're changing, so
I'm glad they're getting rid of that. That would suck for it to cost beast gauge.
I only know Dragoon and Dark Knight.
Elfino wasn't lying when he said I'd be defenseless, so I'm counting on you. Our sole purpose will be to keep you out of harm's way, so leave that to us and focus on your own task. I wonder, is this just going to be like an event, or is it going to be like a dungeon?
It's just gonna be an event, I think.
Gabu, you silly little kobold.
Gabu!
He wants to
Oh, I
say
wanna
something
pet
to the
him.
High Priest? No, don't do it. He's gonna die. Don't do it. Don't do this to me.
They won't. They won't.
You don't think they would do that?
I don't think they would do that.
Now it works like paladins. They also have 3 charges, while other tanks have 2. Yo. My apologies for the wait. All unfolded as expected at the mention of my returning the crystals in person. The kobolds suddenly remembered how keen they were to be reconciled. So, in the glorious spirit of cooperation, we are to be received by Patriarch Zada of the Second Order, who awaits our pleasure in the navel. If you are ready, let us proceed to the Ugamoro mines at once. Wasn't the whole reason we did all of this because Gabu became tempered? Isn't he just gonna get tempered again by going in there?
No. He's a good boy.
How come this always happens to me? It's true, we have the cure.
We have all
We have the
the
cure now.
piggies. A veritable flock!
Gabu is too precious.
God, I will never
I'm
not
just
get
saying,
lost in here.
if something happens to Gabu, I'm just gonna end the stream.
I will just continue playing.
I'm gonna have to turn off my face cam. Peppa hands.
I want to play. So,
No, we have to finish 5.4 at least.
At
the
least.
very least.
7 hells!
We have a few days left to get this done. Merlwib, do we have to leave the group? Probably. Graha. Alizé can be forgiven a certain amount of recklessness, but if she goes so far as to contemplate sacrificing herself, I'll remind her how she responded when I thought to do the same. Wait, there's a second part. Not that we will let it come to that, of course. Ready when you are, my friend. There's nothing more to say.
Down.
I'm going to do this for Gabu and Tesleen and anyone who's ever dreamed of a better future. Patriarch Zada, if the name sounds familiar, is because he was the one who presided over the deaths of Gabu's parents. I tried to reach out to him that day, only for my pleas to fall upon deaf ears. But this day will be different. We will reach out together, all of us, and we will take peace in our grasp.
We got this.
The Conqueror's chain stands ready, but weaken your foes, and it will see them subdued. Alright,
Really need to get that lance. Looks good. I love it. It's my favorite.
This Aetheryte will bear us to our quarry. Should he make to summons Titan, as I anticipate, we will halt the ceremony and restrain him.
We're gonna have to beat Titan for the fifth time?
What I don't understand is they've watched us kill Titan.
Yes.
Several times.
You would think we would get worship. We should become a primal.
Yeah. At this, all hells will break loose, and we will have an army of kobolds to entertain until Alizé's work is done. Just remember, none must die. We must weaken them, and let Ainzar do the rest. It is time. Stay the course.
7 hells. What the ribbit?
What the ribbit? Alright. Led to this.
This cursed arena.
What the heck? Oh, he's got a helmet. A little statue on it.
It's like a little Egyptian helmet.
Uh-huh. It's cool looking.
Honestly, I'm rooting for Titan this time.
That's the parents.
Oh no.
Greetings, Patriarch. I am Merlwib Blufisvin, Admiral of Limsa Laminsa. I come before you to offer my sincerest apologies for the many wrongs committed by my people against you and yours.
You were foolish to come here. Stupid, unwise, foolish. The Great Father shall have your souls for your folly.
I love his voice. What the
Yeah.
heck?
Aye,
They're praying.
just as we thought.
Oh no. What the? Oh, they're squealing.
Now, Alizé! Quickly!
You don't need to tell me.
Angelo.
Let none pass. We must grant her as much time as we can.
So is this gonna be like a survival mission?
Yes. Keep Alizé alive.
Let's go. We're not supposed to kill them though.
Yeah. Angelo!
Oh, they summoned
We
the
must
rocks.
protect Alizé.
Oh. You can kill rocks.
Can I just pull all of this stuff? Give them a big pile.
You're in my sights.
Oh, she's just gonna blow them all up.
Merlwib!
That's pretty
Oh my
sick.
god. That was awesome. Can I Dragon's Eye Merlwib?
Dragon's Eye?
My buff. Can I tether?
Time for the chain. It's ready to go. Angelo, let's go.
Time for the chain.
What sorcery is this? Oh, it shows his tempering. I didn't even notice. His tempering is too severe.
Huff, huff.
Okay.
I want Astinian to just spine shatter dive on
What
him.
the heck is this? Oh, I'm supposed to get in this. Right?
I want him to just show up.
Construct 1, or they're just both called Construct 2. Okay.
I didn't really know what I was supposed to do for that.
I just ran away.
Panicked.
The 10 trolley tap.
You're in my
You're in my sights.
I love Merrill.
She just blasted me.
Bop, 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 bop.
Here you are, Alize.
We're doing it?
Oh.
Okay.
Oh no.
It's a bunch of bombs.
It's okay. It's alright.
Uh-oh. Okay. Did we miss any? No. Okay, now there's even bigger ones. Spread out and hold them off. But I can't.
More!
Can I touch
I
them?
need more ether!
You have to soak. You have to soak one, I think.
Oh, I didn't get there. Yikes. I didn't understand the mechanic. I'll get it next time though. If I get it next time.
Just a little more!
I don't know what I was
What
supposed to
the-
do here.
There's literally no chance.
No!
No way. He's just dead. No. No. Are we winning? I think so. The pain, the pain. He still has 25 left. Channel ether to Alize. Alright, let's go. I would think I'd
Damage
have
down.
plenty of ether. Oh, what the heck is this? The rock splitter?
Don't do it.
Excavate.
No.
No. No.
Say psych right now.
He's bulldozing.
The sound.
Tunnel shaker? Okay. 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so I stand here. Can I do this? This guy's harder than Titan.
It's because they nerfed us. We gave our Aether away.
Oh yeah, that's right. We're just weak for now.
Channel more.
That's right, this is what it's gonna be like with the stat squish.
Yeah.
A little bit more ether. A little bit more. I've got 10% more. Is that all you needed?
Yes, this will do. Here I go.
Oh, she's glowing.
Go, Angela.
Right. Hey, they're all still alive.
Did it work? What? What is the meaning of this?
I'm sorry, but they died by your hand. You sacrificed them to summon Titan.
No. No, 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 no! Why? Why would I do such a thing? Would that there were a cure for the victims of the Tempered.
Gabu! What are you doing here?
Patriarch, please listen to me. Hear, heed, listen. The Great Father we have been summoning is false. He only hurts us and those we love. For a long time, his voice filled my mind. It told me to do terrible things. Awful, unspeakable, terrible things. But I didn't give in to it, and you mustn't either. There's been too much pain already, so please, end the suffering.
What have I done?
We share this child's desire, Patriarch. An end to summoning, for it spells naught but misery for both our peoples. For many long years, man and kobold have feuded over territory, pillaging and perishing for the earth beneath our feet. It may be said that we fought to survive, but what we have sown in blood, we have reaped in suffering, and it cannot go on. I would see us set aside the past and work together for peace.
It was wrong of me to hurt my own in the name of the Great Father. Sinful, evil, wrong. But that doesn't mean there can be peace between us. Men cannot be trusted. The bounty of the land was to be ours, and yours the bounty of the sea. But you broke the pact. Violated, breached, broke. Unready as we were, what choice had we but to call upon the divine to rid ourselves of your tyranny?
None, and I do not blame you for it. In violation of the spirit, if not the letter, of the pact, we took your lands for our own. The fault lies wholly with us. On behalf of all Laminsons, I offer you my humblest apology. I pray you'll find it in your heart to accept it. Yet I know an apology alone will not serve to make things right. So, we will revise the pact to leave no room for doubt, and any who violate it shall face justice, swift and certain.
No, we won't be fooled. Not again.
Please, hear me to the end. Fleeting though it was, there was a time when man and kobold abided together in harmony, in cooperation. In those days, your people shared the secrets of smelting. Knowledge which allowed Limsa Lominsa to thrive. Much of what we have, we owe to the kobolds. And so, for the good of all who dwell on this isle, I wish to make you an offer. We will bear your people's wares to every corner of the world, and trade them in your stead. In return, we will bring you the bounty, not only of the sea, but lands both near and far. Whatever you desire, the Navigator as my witness, you shall have it. There will be no more man and beastman, just the crew of the great ship that is Vilbrand. And together, we will share in the wealth of the world. If you'll only accept our hand in friendship.
We want to believe you. We truly do. But we believed you before and you betrayed us. Fooled, deceived, betrayed us.
There are bad men, it's true. But there are also good ones. And the ones before you are the best of them. They were always kind to me. Caring, nice, kind, and I trust them with my life.
Before I became Admiral, I was a pirate. I stole, I fought, I stained the sea red with blood. Such is my past, and I dare not forget it, however much I might want to. That is death penalty. The pistol I used to pass judgment on my own sire when he fell thrall to Leviathan and betrayed his comrades. It's loaded. If you were to point it at my head and pull the trigger, I would most assuredly die. Though it isn't much, my life is the single most valuable thing I possess. If it will suffice to atone for past wrongs, take it. A single bullet to annul the old pact, and my blood to write it anew. What comes after, I entrust to this man, my second in command. I know that he will do his utmost for the happiness of all who call Vilbrand home.
For a second, I thought he actually did. I was like,
I
come
do
on,
not
man.
trust you. Not yet. But Gabu does. And I will trust him.
Gabu.
We want you to know that we respect your faith.
Oh my god.
There's nothing wrong with giving thanks to the land which sustains you. But summoning is different. Should you hear of anyone who would attempt it, we ask that you appeal to their better judgment, or failing that, seek our aid. We're always ready to help.
Many and more of my brethren are yet enthralled to the Great Father, just as I was. If you could free them too, I would be grateful. Appreciative,
I love
thankful,
the kobolds.
grateful.
Yeah. His little screeching.
'Tis we who should be grateful, Patriarch. I thank you for affording us this chance.
She alone makes me want to play as the machinist.
Dude, Merlin is so cool.
Just for the gun.
And Final Fantasy knows it. Like, they gave us a whole, like, little story arc with her.
I know. I mean, we kind of had one with Raban too, but we haven't had one with Khan and Senna, did we?
Not really, no. I don't know that much about Kanisena.
I don't really either. But that was overall that was a good quest.
Oh, fantastic.
That was a really good quest. And cutscene and everything. We did with Y'shtola. Trying to
Yeah,
remember.
that's true, actually. A little bit.
Connie Senna showed up at Gantlet Dark, which is how you knew it was serious. Oh, that's true. Gabu, the mediator.
Gabu
The goat.
came in clutch. Gabu the goat.
Connie
Connie said
Senna
I
had a lot of lore in 1.0 that didn't really make it into ARR.
That makes sense.
I wonder if she's gonna have a bigger part in Endwalker. So glad we could sway the patriarch. Convince, persuade, sway. Thank you for making it possible. Thank you. I like how
Gabu.
they like to repeat like synonyms.
They do 3 like synonyms, and
Yeah.
I love it.
The
Ah, yes,
treatment.
the negotiator.
True. The treatment may have restored the patriarch to his senses, but it was the admiral and Gabu's words that touched his heart. This moment belongs to all of us, Sabrick. We couldn't have done it without each other.
Fantastic.
It has taken a long time, but the dream of a lasting peace with the kobolds may soon become a reality, and it is all thanks to Alizé. In 2 separate worlds, the seeds were sown, and through the determination of 2 indomitable women, they have quickened into this historic moment. I feel honored to have been present to see it.
Me too, Graha.
What a way to say that. The Admiral seems hellsbent on worrying me to death, but I suppose the ends justify the means. Well fought, my friend, well fought.
Merlewib, you're so cool.
'Twould seem we have found a way forward with the kobolds. Next, we will help the Second Order to free their tempered brethren from thraldom. Theirs is far from the only order, of course, but it will take no small amount of time and effort to reach the rest. But reach them we will, however long it takes. I would say that I was in your debt, but that has long been true, and so instead, I will say thank you for helping us to plot a new course not only for Limsa Lominsa, but all Eorzea.
Oh, yes.
Now let's see. Gabu is wise beyond his years. It's all very well leaders signing peace treaties, but it falls to individuals to bridge the gap. If I could befriend you all, then surely other kobolds can befriend men too. And I'll do everything I can to help them. Facilitate, assist, help. Save the moment, lad. Your next task can wait. Judging by the complaints my back is making, I may have overreached myself. Ah, the ravages of old age.
I like him too.
Einzar. Hey, thank you, Darylith, for that tier 1 sub. Appreciate that.
Thank you very much, Darylith.
I dare say we could all do with a rest. Alizé not least of all, given the amount of ether she has been expending of late. Futures rewritten. I think this is the last quest.
Is it? Oh. Oh.
Yeah, I think so. For 5.4. The last quest of 5.4.
Right. Let's return to the Rising Stones.
Admiral, something strange is afoot at the floating city.
Oh.
Breathe, man. What is it?
I think it's best you see for yourself. Please, come with me.
Graha was sprinting there.
What in the world is that?
Oh my god.
Yeah, what is that?
A tower.
You can see it too, then? I feared I was losing my wits. One moment I was patrolling as usual, and the next it was just there.
It's the 5G.
Yes? This is she. I am. Aye. I'm looking at it. What?
Being a leader in this world must
Understood.
be really difficult.
Send the elder
Because stuff like
Seats
this
here my
happens too
regards.
often.
Just stuff you can't even predict happening. Yeah.
The communications officer. It seems this isn't the only tower. They've sprung up all across Eorzea.
What?
Nothing more is known, only that they appear to be of Garlean construction. Our allies on the Alamegan front are on highest alert.
They're Garlean.
Forgive my
Yeah, this is
directness,
Garlean?
but would you join them? They may well need the help.
Of course, Admiral. We shall make all haste.
My thanks. I will return to Limsa to weigh our response. Look for Commander Hext when you arrive in Alamigo, and may the Navigator speed you on your way.
Can I get a 7 Hells Merwib, please?
What the ribbit?
What the ribbit?
For real though, what is that? It looks like it's made
What's
out of like
going
bones or
on?
something.
It looks like a ziggurat.
It looks like something that would be like an Eldritch building.
5G.
Some kind of Cthulhu.
Cthulhu. Yeah, no, it looks like a temple, like a beacon tower. Looks, you can just see it from here too. That's
I mean, it looks
wild.
really cool.
Huh. It's very ominous.
Yeah. I like it though. Huh.
Alright, well.
Oh well, I guess
It's,
we're
I
gonna have
guess
to
they're
deal
all.
with a bunch of towers now. Future's rewritten.
Is this the anti-crystal tower?
The Cthulhu com.
Cthulhu.
Cthulhu cast. Elysier. Gabu, don't worry, he's with our Maelstrom friends, meaning we're free to deal with the latest problem to fall uninvited to our labs.
Based.
It appears to be business as usual inside the city, but Lise will be able to tell us if there have been any developments without. I haven't seen Lise in a little bit.
Yeah.
Though it isn't visible from here, the locals report that a tower-like structure has appeared to the south. Oh, another one.
These deals will drive you mad.
How's it going, Lise?
Thank you for coming so soon.
We did not watch the
I'll
Endwalker
send for
trailer.
Commander Aldin at once, and we can decide what to do about these infernal towers.
Rogue preserved!
What the heck?
What?
It can't be.
What is that?
The palace! After them!
This is so out of the blue.
Well, I don't know.
What the heck?
It must... Obviously, it's from the Ascian.
Mm-hmm.
But, like,
You're here, good.
I don't know what that big thing is, though. It looks like something from when the,
Well, well, well! To be received by such an illustrious cast! Why? Even the hero of the piece is here! I feel quite starstruck.
Fan Daniel.
Is that... Asahi?
Yes, it is. I hate Asahi.
His body more like. You don't fool us.
Oh! You saw straight through it! Anyone would think you dealt with Ascians before. Permit me to introduce myself. I am Fan Daniel, and may I say what a pleasure it is to finally make your acquaintance.
He is very slappable looking. What do you want? The towers, what are they for?
The numbers, Mason.
I feel like at this point my character's just like, God, what do you
My
need?
Straight to business, is it? Suit yourself. It is my intention to recreate the final days. To which end I have distributed a collection of rather ingenious devices, or towers, which will, in time, give rise to the grandest of spectacles.
The final days? But it was the Ascians who labored to prevent them.
You're quite right, though I would expect no less from one responsible for eliminating my unsundered colleagues. Honestly, the three of them were obsessed with restoring the one true world. As a sovereign individual, however, I never had much interest in such things. I mean, why bother when you're just another sundered minion?
Guy's cracked looking.
Admittedly, Elidibus was not convinced by that argument.
She's
But
so
thanks
expressive.
to you, I'm finally free of his incessant nagging. Free to use my powers as I see fit, to fulfill my heart's desire.
This guy is just unhinged.
Yeah.
And my heart's desire is to lay this half-broken world to waste, leaving nary a fleck of dust behind!
What? Why would you want such a thing?
Yeah, why would you?
Because I want wretched creatures who ask such meaningless questions to die! You!
It's just like the immature
And
Ascian.
you!
Yeah.
And you! I want you all to die! And I want to die too! Oh, yes! I want to die and take everyone with me in a paroxysm of pain and suffering!
What the heck?
And I want to too.
What?
I'm different, you see. From the ancients who clung to dear life, and from you.
Oh my god.
So don't bother trying to reason with me. You will find I have no reason, or creed, or any such tripe.
He doesn't
I just
have a
want
reason.
to destroy the world. But please do resist with all your might. It will add to my enjoyment. Now then, ladies and gentlemen, keep your eyes peeled, for the curtains have risen on the spectacle to end all spectacles.
This guy's like the Joker.
We, the Telophoroi, shall be your performers and this very
Telophoroi.
star our stage.
The Telophoroi. Okay. I still don't know what that is. It's just like a void scent.
Horrifying.
What the? It looks insane. I love how it looks.
Ah, but I nearly forgot. I have a message for you. My esteemed patron, Lord Xenos, eagerly awaits you at the heart of the chaos.
Xenos.
While I wish only to destroy the world, he exists solely to relive a certain, transcendent moment with you. And it is for that reason he would reduce all to ash.
He's our bestie.
Pray see to it his dreams do not go unfulfilled. For if you should disappoint him, my trusty companion here, whom I've dubbed Lunar Bahamut, will burn your cities and everything.
Lunar Bahamut?
Lunar Bahamut? What?
What is going on?
Everyone out! My men will tend to the blaze.
Raban! That was perfect timing. What was?
I think we said it.
We said it at the same time. Oh.
Raubon, what's up?
Oh man.
Full
What?
trailer released after 5.5, before 5.55. Nice.
Okay.
You
And
can
I will
watch it a
watch
little
it.
early.
I will watch it at 5.5 then, I suppose, or after 5.5.
Well, Jesus.
What you gotta say, Raban? Our scouts report that the Asian and his dragon have left Kiribati. It seemed this was purely a social visit. Oh, okay. What part could these towers feasibly play in a Telophoroid's plans, do you think? I for one am at a loss. For now, we should bear word of these developments to the others. I only hope Thancred and Urianger are safe. Okay.
Yeah, Urianger, give me just the dictionary of what just happened.
Are you alright, Sabrik? The rest of us are fine, if a little singed. The dragon let us off lightly, honestly, though. Only a madman would choose the name Lunar Bahamut, which just about sums up Fandaniel, I suppose.
Yeah, he's just insane.
Though our objectives were different, I could understand why Elidibus and his fellows acted as they did, but Fandaniel? It will take me some time to make sense of it all, if indeed there is any sense to be found.
It is really interesting that they're just going like 180 on having very super reasonable, sympathetic villains into Fandaniel, who is just bonkers, man.
He just wants to watch the world burn.
There's a lot coming in the next patch. Exciting.
So this is the last
through.
part of this patch. Thank goodness everyone's safe. We managed to put out the fire, though not quickly enough to save the garden. Raban, can I leave it to you to send word to the Alliance? I'm going to take a unit and investigate the tower. We need to find out what it's for. We'll go with you. No, you won't. You'll rest. From what Merwib tells me, you're due some time off duty. So if we learn anything about the tower, we'll be sure to share it with you. Until then, I want you to rest.
Getting benched.
Very well. But if you need our help, don't hesitate and take care, both of you. Well, there we go.
Yeah, give us some time away from those guys, man. The twins, they've had their fill of us.
Yeah.
They're so needy.
So what time does Endwalker officially come out? I've heard it's
For
like
us,
1
it's
in
like-
the morning.
Yeah, it's like 3 in the morning, right?
Is it 1 in the morning? 4 to 5 a.m. EST. 1 a.m. PST.
Waking up
So-
early to play.
1 PST to PST. So it'd be 3 in the morning. For me. Ooh, that'd be hard for me to do.
Yeah, no, we're gonna have to figure that out.
I would want to, but I don't know.
It is really tempting to wake up for it, like go to bed early.
I would probably...
And then just go crazy.
I would have to just get up early. There's no chance I'd want to stay up an entire day and then start at 3.
I mean, that's usually when I go to bed. So it's like, I'd have to really flip stuff around.
You go to bed at 3?
At 1, I guess.
Oh.
So.
Yeah. For us, it's 3.
For us, it's 3, right.
Yep. Yeah, I'd probably, if I was going to do it, I'd probably go to bed at like 8. And then just try to wake up at like 3. You work overnights? Oh, that's cheating. That's the secret sauce.
The secret sauce.
I'm assuming it comes out at 3 in the morning because it's coming out at the same time globally.
Yeah.
You'll get up with me and make cinnamon rolls for breakfast at 3 in the morning? I mean, if you want to. You work 12 a.m. to 8 a.m., so it's literally before your first break. Wow. So,
I don't know how,
okay. That's really
how
exciting,
do we want to
though.
do the launch?
That's pretty exciting. Since we are all here, perhaps those who bore witness to the events in Alamigo could treat the rest of us to a first-hand account.
Hey, you didn't talk to the side characters?
You're right, I forgot.
Just, I always like to make you feel bad for it.
It's not a big deal. No
That's why
sooner
I'm
do
on
we
stream.
overcome one problem than another appears. It would all seem tediously predictable, but for the endless variety of our foes, this Fandaniel sounds even more unhinged than his patron. Unhinged, perhaps, but no fool. That's what I said. For all his pantomime theatrics, he gave away little about his plot. We know only that he intends to recreate the final days, and that the towers will somehow facilitate this. He also called his dragon Lunar Bahamut. Let's not forget that little detail. And the creature certainly did resemble the Elder Primal. It did. That may be, but the fact that it answered to Fandaniel would suggest they are not one and the same entity. I think it more probable that it is some manner of simulacrum born of Ascian magics. Whatever it is, for now we can but work closely with the Alliance and remain vigilant. How many subs you get a gift for me to switch to, like, the bunny guy? The bun man? It's a good question. I should set like a, maybe it'll be like 25 gift subs or something. That'd be a pretty good first goal. As soon as I had sufficiently recovered, I traveled to Ul'dah and delivered the porxies to her grace along with detailed instructions on their use. Yet my visit chanced to coincide with the arrival of some troubling tidings. The Immortal Flames had been on the cusp of agreeing to a truce with the Amalja when negotiations abruptly collapsed. The Amalja claim that a number of their kind had been abducted, and that men are responsible. Naught is known of the perpetrators as yet, but as the Immortal Flames went about investigating the abductions, they came upon one of Fandaniel's towers. On the subject of the towers, you may be interested to learn that they are not an exclusively Eorzean phenomenon. According to the Alliance, they have been sighted as far as Yangsha. Really? Then it would seem reasonable to assume that they are everywhere. We simply have not found them. Well, as you said yourself, we can do a little for now. Save, remain vigilant, and since we are dealing with a dragon, ostensibly at least, I believe it would behoove us to enlist the aid of an authority on such foes.
Let's go!
Estinian! Let's go! I love Estinian. Hee. You let me and Crow worry about that. We'll sniff him out no matter where he's hiding. Tatara was, like, really good at that. If he indeed is hiding. We have ways of locating him regardless, so if there are no objections, we shall depart at once. Pyro did a 10k sub goal, and when he hit 9k, chat was like, you're getting close to being a Vieira, and he was like, 1,000 subs is a lot. Pyro's explosion was insane. Then chat was like, here, hold my beer. 10 minutes later, he's drinking that forbidden cola. 10k subs is insane. That's a lot of subs. They would doubtless appreciate it, but might you consider taking a moment to rest before leaving? I mean, when I got to the end of Shadowbringers, like 5.0, I went from having...
That was nuts.
I got like 100 subs in the course of like 15 minutes or something.
Yeah,
like
that was crazy.
That was...
It's like one of my most memorable, just being there for that was wild.
That was pretty crazy. That was... yeah.
That was the highlight of my life.
That and we had over 300 people watching.
Yeah.
It was insane. Save it we shall, for one did not allow a nihilistic madman to take us all to the grave with him. Nay, I will do all my power to protect those whom I hold dear, just as you have always done. There we go. And that's the end of 5.4. A lot happened in the last few months. True. Meanwhile, somewhere in the locks. We'll record it. Those towers look so cool.
The scouts should have been back by now. I'm gonna go and find them. Oh, thank goodness for that.
There.
Glory be. Glory be. Glory be to Garlemald!
What the? Meanwhile, in the Imperial Palace. To Garlemald.
The piles have been driven as planned, and the first of the beasts has roared to life. Moreover, I am pleased to report that preparations are well underway for the rest. Ere long, chaos shall reign over all the land, as befits the final days.
Call it what you will, so long as my friend returns to me, fangs bared and claws sharpened. I care not.
Of course, my lord. By strange coincidence, your dear friend chanced to be present when I made my declaration. I took the liberty of informing him that you await his coming, though I confess I may have singed him a little in the process.
And why do you tell me this? Are you in such a hurry to die?
Ah, my apologies. I must guard my tongue lest it be the end of me.
He's so over the top.
Though, there is something to be said for such a glorious death. Better to fall to one who has it all than falter before an inferior. Huh. I shall keep it in mind as a contingency. For now, however, I shall proceed with the plan. My lord.
I do like his outfit.
I must find myself a new weapon. One worthy of our long-awaited reunion.
A new weapon. He's sick of the sword. He just stepped on it and broke it. How heavy is Xenos? He can't weigh that much.
So that was 5.4.
Yes. This is 5.4. And now we're on to the next one. I mean, he is dummy thick.
Good lord.
So now this would be the beginning of 5.5, and there's only 6 quests for 5.5. And then there's only 3 for 5.55. Which is honestly not that many left. We only have 9 left.
Yep.
So we can start some 5.55. Or 5, I mean.
Let's do it.
Get that started. In the face of this new draconic threat, we would indeed benefit from Estinian's presence. Yet I cannot help but wonder how Kryl and Tataru intend to locate him. They certainly seemed confident, however.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a little sus.
My FC's house looks nice. I actually haven't been there yet. I should go there.
Don't get distracted.
Unto the breach. Alizé is waiting patiently for the return of a certain scions, not least of all you. Why not just do 5.6? There is no 5.6. That's
A few days
Endwalker.
away. 5.6 is Endwalker.
Yeah. 6.0. Good news, Saber. Thancred and Urianger have finished their tour of Garlemald and are on their way back here even as we speak. As we still haven't heard anything on the towers from the Alliance, I'm hoping they might be able to shed some light on things.
Just
it has
have
a
us
movie
it
theater?
and dive bomb it.
My FC has a movie theater? That's sick, actually.
Stay
Why
with me,
name it
Devin. I need you to-
5.55 and not 5.6? I'm guessing just because of the amount of quests. It's like a mini patch, if I had to guess. They're due to arrive any moment now, so let's see what they have to say, eh? At Thanksgiving dinner at Claire's house, we were showing off how we can move our eyebrows and no one else can.
Uh-huh.
That's pretty funny. Apparently Claire's brother can't do this. He can't move one eyebrow individually. He can only do this.
I can only move one. I can only move my right one.
I thought that was kind of funny.
Oh, poor Thanky.
I was telling them that my mom can't do this.
Yeah.
She can't put her eyebrows down.
Are you supposed to be reading the quest text out loud?
I will after this. As you also have heard, though, it hasn't all been tales of triumph. Just as we were taking a step towards finally addressing the primal threat, a pile of fresh problems landed in our lab. You said that like twice now. Anyway, it's good to have you back, though I can't help noticing that we're one Urianger short of a scouting party. You haven't lost him, have you? Oh, I couldn't lose him if I tried, and I did try, repeatedly, but no, he decided to linger in Alamigo to apprise of Raban and the others of how the land lies in Garlemald. Then mayhap you would do the same for us. Indeed, it was just as Lee said, worse in fact, devastation as the eye could see, as far as the eye could see. Nerva and the Third, however, were notable. Might they have met their end at the hands of Xenos and Fandaniel? Perhaps, or perhaps they simply lost the will to fight. You see, the capital has been plunged into deathly silence with one exception, the Imperial Palace. It was a busy place before the war, but it has grown busier still with throngs of soldiers and civilians working their day and night to rebuild, or rather transform it. Transform it into what? That is a difficult question to answer. The construction is vast and unsettling to behold, like something from a nightmare. According to Urianger, certain aspects of its design were clearly devised with the manipulation of ether in mind, magitech in other words. Yet, as unnerving as said edifice was, it was nothing next to the sight of its builders. They swarmed the place like so many insects, working with nary a word exchange between them, no one overseeing construction, no one barking orders. It was as if they were possessed or tempered. We wanted to investigate more closely, but given our suspicions, it seemed wiser not to take the risk. Fandaniel could bind Bahamut to his will. Might he have done the same to the people of Garlemald? Whatever the truth may be, this information is certain to prove valuable. You have our thanks. Well, be sure to save some for Urianger, which reminds me I have a message from Alamigo. Raban is hosting a meeting to discuss the latest findings on the towers and requested our presence. Then why not leave that to us? You must be weary from your mission. No, I'm fine. Those towers have been on my mind since I first spied one on the way back, and I'm keen to get to the bottom of this. In that case, I shall stay and begin looking into another matter. As I promised Cryle, we need not all attend. Very well, I suggest the rest of us make our way to Alamigo forthwith. The sooner we leave, the more time we will have to speak with Urianger before the meeting.
We gotta talk to our mans. Orionje!
Well, there we go.
This person's name is Sussy Dog. What up, Sussy?
Sussy Dog?
Sussy Dog. Have fun reading Orionje's stuff unless he's voice acted.
I hope he's voice acted. It's always hard.
I want you to do your best impression of him.
I can't. What do you mean impression? I have to read his stuff.
Yeah, dude, copy his voice, read his stuff.
I can't even remember what he sounded like. Because he has like, I don't know how you'd call it. He sounds older, but not at the same time. I don't know. While we may safely assume that the Telophoroi are behind the works being carried out on the Imperial Palace, we can only guess at their purpose. The royal menagerie is still closed to civilians. Van Daniel and his pet certainly left their mark. I wonder if there have been any developments regarding the Amalja abductions. It can be no mere coincidence that the incidents began occurring just as the towers first appeared. Thancred. Although I was only in Revenant's Toll for a short while, I did manage to squeeze in a brief drink with Philamen. Spring water only, it being a flying visit. Orionje. My friends, much and more have I heard of your travails in our absence. Heartened am I to see you all hale and whole. As are we to see you safely return from your mission, Orionje. I trust Thancred made you feel welcome. Well, well, if it isn't Alphino and his merry band.
Hey!
Hey. Arenvald, whatever are you doing here? When we spoke via Link Pearl, you told me you'd be away on a mission. And who's to say this isn't part of it? But enough about that. It's good to see you looking so similar. I thought you'd have grown a bit taller after a whole year in another world, but apparently not. While I am sorry to disappoint you, while my soul may be a year older, my body has hardly aged, as you are well aware. And may I remind you that we Elezen are known to be late bloomers, especially in terms of our height. Mark my words, the day will come when even a great Auroch such as yourself will crane your neck to meet my eye. I can't wait for that to happen. Aye, 'twas not until my 20th summer that I myself outgrew my boyish proportions, though Minbrida towered over me nonetheless. Arenvald brings out the best in Alphino, doesn't he? They both seem so at ease in each other's company. It's almost endearing. So, what exactly brings you here? Oh, for Dola mostly. We need to go over a few things before we set out. Set out? Wait, does this have something to do with the towers? What gave you that impression? Actually, tell me later. You've got a meeting to go to. I'll see you afterwards, alright? If Ordola is going with him, that must mean... My apologies, as Arenvald rightly pointed out, we have a meeting to attend. Let us be about it. Everybody's here.
Ere we begin, I would like to offer my gratitude to Masters Thancred and Urianger. 'Tis no small feat to infiltrate the Imperial capital and live to tell the tale, much less in times of civil war. Thanks to them, we may plot our course in full knowledge of how the winds blow in Garlemald.
Full glad are we to have been of service. But verily, such dangers as we did encounter pale into insignificance next to those faced by our comrades. An Ascian, armed with the might of Bahamut, bent on bringing about the final days.
theatrics. He sought only to make a show of the power at the Telophoroid's disposal. But since then we have seen no sign of this Fandaniel or his worm. And while we've done what we can to bolster our defenses, there's no telling where he might strike next.
Yeah.
Whenever and wherever it may be, we must use the intervening time to learn more of our enemy. 'Twas with this in mind that we dispatched scouts to investigate the towers.
Our advance party took longer than expected to return. And when they did, they tried to kill us. Luckily, I'd seen that sort of thing before, and we were able to restrain them before they did any harm. Then it was just a matter of letting the Porksies do their work.
So they were tempered.
Are you saying they were tempered?
Once they'd come back to their senses, they told us everything they could. It seems that just as they were getting close to the tower, they heard an ear-splitting roar. And that was the last thing they remembered.
An ear-splitting roar?
But what worries me most is what they were saying right before they attacked. Glory be to Garlemald.
The Tempered have heretofore ever been thralls to primal entities. Yet these hapless souls were compelled to accept a nation as the object of their devotion. This calleth into question all that we know of the condition.
Would that the unsettling news ended there. Alas, there is more. Following the earlier reports of missing Amalja, we have learnt that other beast tribes have suffered similar losses. And we now have reason to believe that the abductions are connected to the appearance of the towers. Our scouts sighted black-garbed figures leading shackled Ixal in the direction of the tower in Dravania. The Temple Knights were able to intercept them before they could reach their destination, liberating the Ixal and apprehending their captors, each of whom was found to be equipped with Garlean arms and armor.
So the Empire is the common thread.
With the support of Xenos, it seems likely that Fandaniel has rallied a faction of the splintered Garlean army to the banner of the Telophoroi.
Lord Hien reached the same conclusion when I shared our findings with Doma. The plan had been to march on Garlemald from the east and west in order to force a peace treaty. But the situation has changed. Dealing with the threat of the towers must come first. Given the nature of the enemy and the proven risk of tempering, I could think of few suitable candidates to aid in this task. But I am confident in my choice.
Ordola.
What?
Resistant to primal influence as they are, they can investigate the towers without fear of being turned.
We are glad to put our gifts to use, Commander.
Gifted or not, going behind enemy lines remains a perilous undertaking. But we must know more if we're to strike back at our foe. I'm counting on you.
I do use G-shape.
If it would give us the upper hand, I'd do it 100 times over. We won't let you down.
That concludes the briefing. You two, make ready and join your escort.
Are you certain about this, Arenvold?
I am. Come on, let's talk outside.
Well, alright then.
I do really like how they do villains and antagonists in Final Fantasy.
Yeah. Me too. They're always like redeemable in some way. Like you can understand why they're doing what they're doing.
Yeah, some of them aren't redeemable, but like you still get it.
Right. Van Daniel is the most like, I don't know.
Well, yeah, we don't know
He
much
literally
about him
just
yet.
said that he doesn't care about anything.
Yeah, I wonder if it's just a front.
It probably
Can't tell.
is. More than likely.
I mean, originally we didn't know much about Emmett Selk either, and we thought he was just kind of like, I mean, Asians
Kind of a
as a
weird
whole,
guy.
we just thought were just straight up evil, but
Yeah. Yeah, that's true. Before Shadowbringers, I was like, what even are Ascians? Like, why do we care about them?
yeah.
But, well, now we know.
Even if they don't get redeemed or are redeemable, you know their motivations, and they don't feel like a mustache-twirling Saturday morning cartoon villains. Yeah.
True. Very true. Alright. I do use G-Shade, but I haven't really tweaked it a whole lot, so if some stuff looks like washed out, that could be why. I should mess with it more than I have.
So you know, I've already gone through all the formalities at the Rising Stones. Made sure to inform Jamoldva and Vmar at Ralga's Reach as well.
Arenvold, I admire your enthusiasm, but this is far more dangerous than anything you have done before.
I know the risks. And I also know what's in store if we don't stop Fandaniel from carrying out his plan. With this power of mine, I can make a difference. If I stood idly by, I would regret it for the rest of my life.
And you, Fudola? Is this what you want?
What are you asking me for? It's not like I have any say in the matter.
Don't pretend. We both know Commander Eldin gave you a chance to refuse. And you didn't.
So the Empire's finished, is it? But that's what they're all saying. That the great and glorious Garlemald slit its own throat. And now, from out of its twitching carcass crawls the Telophoroi with bloody Xenos at its head! I fought for Garlemald. Killed for Garlemald. What was I part of? I need to know. Whatever it is, I need to know.
Very well. If your hearts are set on this, I shall not stand in your way.
Spoon.
If you've finished with your touching display of camaraderie, I have a question. Which tower are you planning to investigate, exactly?
Well, the one in Girabani is said to be tightly guarded. It's patrol after patrol out there, apparently.
we'd be spotted before we got anywhere near it. Which is why we've set our sights on the one in Pagalthan instead. There shouldn't be anything like as many Imperials to worry about down there.
Even so, I doubt the local Amalja will look kindly on it if they catch you sneaking around in their territory.
Fordola and I had a chance to learn the lie of the land in our previous forays there. We might still find trouble, but at least we won't lose our way. Well, we'd best not keep them waiting any longer.
Mayhap when all of this is over, we could take another trip to Loxeld. I would have you know I've become a rather capable swimmer since our last visit.
Ha! I'll believe that when I see it. Though, to be fair, getting into deep water does seem to be a scion's lot in life. Take care, eh?
What a quote.
It means a lot, you know. You coming with me?
I'll still owe you for saving my skin, don't I? Can't return the favour if I'm not there.
I dare say you'll get your chance before long. That Fandaniel sounds like a tricky customer. Too much for the likes of me, anyway. But we both know I'd just be another soldier if it weren't for my gift. And I need to be a damn sight more than that given what's coming. I realise I can't hold a candle to a hero like the Warrior of Light, or Alphino for that matter. He might look like he's 12, but he's seen more action than most people see in a lifetime.
He might look like he's 12.
No, the fact is I'm nothing like them, and maybe I never will be. But I'll be damned if I don't try. They're counting on me. On us. So let's give it our all.
He does not want for conviction, that much is certain. So let us have faith in him. Him and Fordola both. While they see to the towers, I would attend to another task. Chasing down this lunar Bahamut.
Chasing down the lunar Bahamut. I don't know about that.
Ah, bloody thing. Can you hear me? It's Tataru. I'm happy to say we've managed to find Estinian.
That's best.
I'm sorry to say he went running off again the moment we told him about Bahamut.
Oh.
But he did mutter something about heading to Ishgard, so if you're quick, you might still be able to catch him.
Estinian.
Even if we set out this instant, he may already have left by the time we arrive.
We're gonna get
Have
him.
her send the Bonanza to Ishgard.
We gotta see him.
It may prove useful should we need to give chase.
Gotta check in on Estinian.
Gladly. I'll see to it as soon as Kryl and I get back to the Rising Stones. Good luck.
While you go off on your dragoon hunt, Urianger and I will return to headquarters. We have much to tell the others.
I wish you every success in your search for our elusive friend. May we all meet again ere long.
And there we go.
Elusive
Off
friend.
to find Estinian.
Let's go find Estinian.
Unto the breach.
He's my favorite. And
So
I
this-
haven't seen him in forever.
This is what I have for my settings right now. It's not anything crazy. This is just something that I think I got it from a video, but I don't remember what video.
We can worry about that another time, I'm sure. Like
Yeah.
I haven't looked into it at all.
Clarity 2 is good. Have
I'll
Clarity 2.
probably maybe after the stream even I'll look at that.
Grahatia.
Estinian Wormblood, the Aesir Dragoon.
His was another name that featured prominently in the history books, and it will be fascinating to meet the man in the flesh.
Oh ho ho, Estinian.
I already talked to you. I get the impression Arnvald is a lot more apprehensive than he lets on. He will have been grateful Alphino was there to see him off.
It's Sussy Dog.
Alphino is keen to track down Estinian. Pizza, missed spinach quiche, and Twilight Popoto salad.
It's just pizza. That's it.
I'm just gonna get the pizza. Pizza. He was bound for Ishgard.
Estinian? What are the odds we actually find him in Ishgard?
What are the
Here
odds
be
we find him?
dragons.
Probably
Knows.
pretty decent, honestly.
We're not in a party, huh? It's fine.
I have only visited Ishgard once before after the devastation of the 8th Umbral Calamity. To see the place in all its former forgive me, in all its original glory, is a tantalizing prospect indeed. Assuming we find him, this will be my first encounter with the famous Estinian, and if he's half the man Alphino claims, I will fully expect to go weak at the knees. Perhaps do a bit of fainting while I'm at it.
Yeah, pretty much. That's... wow, I feel seen.
All present? Good, let us split up and search for Estinian. Since we're relatively new to this place, Graha and I will look around the open spaces, the squares and markets and whatnot. You and Saber can delve into the nooks and crannies. Very well, let us reconvene at the airship landing later, or with or without Estinian good luck. Those towers are literally all over the world. Yeah, they said they were on a young ship. Hey, thank you, Zerpa, for the Prime. Just realized you had the Prime ready.
Thank
Well, I
you very much,
appreciate you
Zerpa.
using it on my channel. I think this Sky Steel manufacturers. Perhaps you could try the congregation. Lucia may well have heard news of our friend's return.
Lucia.
Lucia.
I don't remember. Which one is it?
Lucia. That's Emmerich's.
No, I know who it is. I just don't remember how it's pronounced.
Lucia.
Lucia?
I don't remember. Where are you going?
Oh, I love Ishgard. I don't want to teleport. I want to walk.
Fair enough. Ishgard is pretty cool. You're gonna try to get a house here?
No.
You're not
I'm too
going
broke.
to? You have like a few months.
Actually, that's true. Then maybe. There's a chance.
Lucia. And a loop.
I'm not very good at making money.
I'm not either. Good evening to you, Warrior of Light. Lord Emmerich sent word that you would be attending the meeting in Alamigo, so I gather you have not come in search of him. I have 5 mil on me. So we should be able to get a house. Plus, I'm sure our FC... I mean, they already have a crazy house, by the sound of it. Yeah, I think I still have that 3M. That 3 milli. Map party at Rain's Gill? What's a map party? Is like a treasure map? In any event, I am afraid I cannot help you. Perhaps one of your companions has fared better. Treasure hunting. I've actually never done any treasure hunts. Never. I don't even know how you do that. I'm gonna be honest. Pay attention to the FC chat. They may do treasure hunts with such a large FC. Oh, probably. I think they actually have a day where they do them every week. On their schedule thing.
It's another person with the Necromancer title.
We're gonna have to get that. He says without ever even trying to do it.
You know, the phrase eyes bigger than your stomach really is fitting here.
Yeah. Sorastinian is every bit as elusive as Oriange suggested.
No sign of him. Not that I've ever met him before, but the way Alphino goes on about him, I'm fairly sure I could pick him out in a crowd.
Speaking of which, it does seem awfully quiet. If the erstwhile Azure Dragoon had returned to Ishgard, would it not be a source of general excitement?
There he is.
First the Scion's Coinkeeper, and now you. I'm beginning to think these meetings are more than mere coincidence. Not that I'm complaining. It's been too long.
He thinks that's Alphino.
Too long?
You look an ilm taller and twice as rugged. It suits you, Alphino.
Oh no.
Quieter, though. Have you been giving him lessons on how to be the strong, silent type?
Oh no.
I am not Alphino! If the two of you are such firm friends, perhaps you should remember what he looks like. And what do you mean, rugged? Ugh! Had my brother mentioned what an oaf you are, I'd never have bothered looking for you in the first place.
He's just stunned.
Estinian Wormblood, the Azure Dragoon. He who fought and felled the dread worm Nidhogg at the Warrior of Light's side. To think the day would come when I should see this living legend with my own eyes.
His eyes are all shiny.
Would someone mind explaining what is going on?
Is everything all right? I thought I heard Alize shouting. Estinian! It's been too long.
Oh god, that's funny.
No, it's quite understandable. That was hardly the first time we've been confused for one another. Nor, I suspect, will it be the last.
Well, I, for one, will not be making that mistake again. What I will say, for the second time today, is that you've grown. Inside and out. I can tell.
One can't remain a spoiled little lordling forever, you know.
Alphino's gonna look like Estinian when he grows up.
You know, when we were growing up, Alphino would never befriend other boys because he couldn't stand the thought of not being in charge. But maybe that's changed. He seems just as happy around Astinian as he does Arenvald.
Perhaps he sees them as the brothers he's never had. I think he learned how to talk with people rather than at them. Well, you can't keep them all to yourself forever.
Keep him to my... You're joking, aren't you? I'd be glad if someone would take him off my hands.
No rest for the righteous, eh? Speaking of which, I was just on my way to borrow an airship to take me to Azisla.
Azisla? How could I forget? The dragon with whom Bahamut shared the deepest of bonds.
Aye, Tiamat, his mate. Even now she remains imprisoned on Azisla, though her remorse binds her faster than any shackle.
I see. As the one who first summoned Bahamut, you believe she may be able to shine some light on his latest incarnation.
Might I suggest that we make the journey to Azisla together? I'm not sure if Tataru mentioned this, but we Scions have an airship of our own now.
I see no reason why not. Assuming your sister can bear the thought of sharing a deck with me.
Be my guest. But confuse me with Alphino again and I'll throw you overboard.
He just walks away.
Ugh! I don't know who he thinks he is, but he's nothing like Alphino painted him to be.
I will admit, he is not exactly as I imagined him either. Based on what I had read of the man, I think I was expecting someone a little less... blunt?
I'm curious how far ahead they were thinking when they were making all of the expansions now, because going back to talk to Tiamat,
that was
in
one of
Heavensward.
my favorite cutscenes.
Yeah, and it's... Oh, the one that we just had? Yeah, that was really good.
I was laughing so hard.
Yeah. It's stupid.
Oh my god.
Yeah, it's just crazy how it all ties together, like, you know, perfectly, basically. Because I was thinking, I was like, there's no way that they had all this planned out, but if they actually did, that's impressive.
Yeah, going back to see Tiamat is actually super cool. Like, I totally forgot.
I forgot about Tiamat.
I mean, like, when we were in Heavensward, I thought Tiamat was, like, really cool and interesting, but it's been so long, and there's only, like, a little bit that we dealt with.
Yeah.
And that's always tied together.
What's funny about that is that WoW used to... They claimed that they were, like, 4 expansions ahead in terms of what they were doing for story, but I don't think so. I don't believe that. This is the Delta Quadrant where countless dragons yet lie imprisoned, the great Tiamat among them. Not to complain, but I didn't expect to find myself here again quite so soon. It has been quite some time since last I set foot in Azisla, but I understand the 3 of you were here rather more recently. I don't suppose you chanced to meet with Tiamat during your visit. Alas not, we had no cause to set foot here in the Delta Quadrant, but I have studied the relevant records, which is not to say I wouldn't appreciate a first-hand account of your dealings with her.
It's been a while.
Well then, Sabrick is the person to ask. As far as I know, he's the only one of us to have met Tiamat face to face. Even now, she remains a prisoner of the Allegan Empire. Let's just say it helped that Midgard-Sormer was there to introduce me. Ah yes, you were a friend of her father. I too have met with Tiamat.
Oh.
After the Dragon Song War came to a close, I came to speak with her, a worm who had fought her own war against man in another age. I wished to know if she yet harbored thoughts of vengeance and asked so as much, and she said no. My hatred for your kind was extinguished long ago. But the guilt she feels for resurrecting Bahamut burns on undimmed. It torments her even now. I see. Then your original reason for coming here was out of concern that Tiamat had been forced to summon Bahamut. Nidhogg is a part of me. I feel his emotions as my own, and I know that he would not allow his sister to be made a tool of evil. In his absence, it falls to me to watch over her.
God, Estinian, you're so cool.
God, he's so cool.
God, he's so cool.
Pizza.
Pizza.
What do you mean 9.2 is going to put the end to the story that they've been building since Warcraft 3? Yeah, yeah. Yeah, it all ties together. Effortlessly. It's almost like I'm not gonna start.
I'm gonna get you a shot collar or something every time you mention WoW.
The Azure Dragoons of history were the mortal enemies of the dragons, yet now they would be hard pressed to find a soul who understood them better. It was the Ascians who taught Tiamat the secrets of summoning, even as they supplied the Alligans with the means to capture primals. So much suffering, all of it by design. They got bought out. Blizzard originally, so when did they get bought by Activision? It was at the end of Wrath of the Lich King. So I think that was the beginning of the end of like Blizzard. The Righteous Indignation. Oh, we already finished another quest. That was quick. We're already halfway done with 5.5.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm. Estinian is ready to lead the way to Tiamat.
Oh, I'm
Would
excited.
it be a good idea for me to... So after this quest, I'm assuming this is probably like where we'd want to stop. I'm assuming.
These are chunky.
Tiamat awaits. Stop now.
Well, we got like 20 minutes.
Yeah,
I really want to see Tiamat.
We can go for a little bit longer.
I want to see Tiamat so bad. So bad.
I do too. We'll do this part, and then this will probably be the last part that we do.
These are chunky. Stop now. Oh, are they're that long?
I'm okay with going a little bit further.
I mean, we can also stay up just like a little bit later too, if need be.
Yeah, I'm not.
As a treat.
Yeah, I'm not super worried about
Tiamat.
If she is.
The music.
Yeah. Music. To think that man is responsible for all this and so much else that dragonkind has suffered. Resigned to her fate though she may be, I cannot help but feel that we may be able to help Tiamat. Would she only let us?
God, the music. I love this particular song.
So this is one of the 7 great worms. Even thus combined, her presence is overwhelming. ... Okay. Alright, here we go. Tiamat's so cool. My sire's mortal companion, what bringeth thee back to this forsaken place, child of man?
It's plain she knows naught of recent events. Perhaps you should enlighten her.
Yeah, the dragon speak is really cool.
Much like those held here in Asisla. If dragons who worship Bahamut are required to summon him, that must mean...
Your children's pain means nothing to them. They laugh at your kind suffering. But tears will not right this wrong, nor will lamentation see the perpetrators punished. Behavior befitting a great worm. We came here to ask mighty Tiamat of the First Brood, consort of Bahamut, mother of the dragons of Mericidia, what she intends to do about the crimes committed against her children.
You too were exposed to his influence. That you are yet in possession of your own will is testament to the indomitable strength of your soul. But were you to meet with Bahamut again, you fear you might succumb.
I mean, that's fair.
On the matter of Bahamut's influence, at least, I believe we can be of some assistance. If you're afraid of being enthralled, don't be. We have a cure. And while we've never tried it on one such as you, its basic principles are universal.
There is no future for those bound to the past. That you committed a terrible sin, I do not dispute. But if you feel remorse, you may yet make amends. We offer you that chance. Take it, or you will forever remain a prisoner, not of these cruel shackles, but of your own guilt.
Sahaan, Seth Sol, Kin Bahamut, An Suwon, Na An Ingles, Snaloles Dish An, Na Ala An Ul An Sin An, Stan In.
She's gonna fight with us? But are we gonna actually get her out of the prison? If that's even possible. That'd be super cool.
I really hope so.
Because I love the dragons. The dragons are probably... I don't know if they're my absolute favorite characters in the whole game, but they're up there.
Oh, yeah. The way that Final Fantasy did the dragons is so good.
Yeah. They're
like, yeah, just the language is really cool.
Yeah. I just think that they're amazing. Yeah, we can do the next little part. It won't make up for what she's suffered at the hands of men, but if there's a chance we can free her, truly free her, we owe it to her to try. I confess my heart was in my throat when Estinian thought to berate her, but it appears to have had the desired effect. It would seem she still has some pride after all. Let's see if she's as good as her word.
Tiamat.
While Porxies have been shown to be effective in curing the tempered, Tiamat must be considered a special case. She is far, far larger and immeasurably more powerful than any subject treated thus far. Were we to remove her restraints only to find that the process had failed, we would be hard-pressed to contain her. Then, before going ahead, we should learn as much as we can about the exact nature of her condition. Do you suppose we can find that information here? Why, yes, we can. We can indeed. The Alligans kept detailed records on all of their notable captives, and I know exactly where to look. We shall leave that to you, then. In the meantime, the rest of us can turn our thoughts to the removal of those shackles. I know Alphino and Sabric were here well enough, but not you. Are you certain you're ready to see this through? Rest assured, Sir Estinian, that I am both ready and willing to give my all for the sake of this star, though that is not my only reason for wanting to set Tiamat free. While I do not claim to know all of her sorrows, I too once found myself in a prison of despair, and I well understand how hard it can be to dare to dream of escape. I took the encouragement of braver souls than I am to make me take the first step towards a brighter future, and now I would help Tiamat do the same. I gather you are not as young as you look. Mayhap when our work here is done, we could trade tales over a pot of Tataro's famous tea. And be indebted to her for the leaves and hot water? I think not. I see. Returning swiftly to the task at hand, then. I believe the nodes governing Tiamat's restraints are located in the sector known as the flagship. We are familiar with the Therochemical Research Facility in particular. While you may wish to take this, a spirit vessel containing a small amount of my blood. There we go. Which you just happen to be carrying around with you. I suppose that could seem rather odd to explain. Rambros, Urianje, and I are researching the use of spirit vessels in the transference not only of memories, but the traits of certain bloodlines. and so I keep one at the ready should an opportunity to test our theories arise. As for its use to you, you may recall that during our previous visit, the nodes here granted access to restricted functions, having identified me as being of royal blood. And armed with that spirit vessel, I posit they will do the same for you, even in the absence of, well, the rest of me. It seemed worth a try at least. Agreed, we will take good care of it. To the flagship, then. Alright, let's go. I love how T-Man looks.
If I could swap my glamour here, I would swap to my Dragoon set just for the hype.
The flagship. The Goobu mount. The notorious Goobu.
Goobu?
I love him. Says I have to go down.
I can see you.
Oh, there it is. Estinian. I would rather leave these elegant contraptions to you and Alpha now. Okay. Let us split up and search the flagship for the node that controls Tiamat's restraints, but should you find a likely candidate, do not be tempted to make any adjustments it would not do to accidentally release some manner of experimental monstrosity, nor less Tiamat herself in her current state. Our objective at this stage is simply to identify the relevant node or nodes. Once we have learned what we can, we should reconvene and compare nodes prior to proceeding.
Oh yeah, what if we accidentally release something horrible?
That would be,
Oops. Oopsies.
That would be on brand.
Ostedian.
The clamorous node.
These nodes, or whatever it is you call them, why do they quiver so?
Scheduled dragon restraint maintenance due in negative 2020 years. Failure to verify system integrity may result in unscheduled specimen release. Okay. That one seems relevant. Are there some inside?
There's a Stinian.
Okay. I don't see any other ones. Oh, there's one here. Obstreperous node. Data link with Delta Quadrant broken. Possible cause intruder interference. Advise deployment of automated combat units proceed. Okay.
I can't find the third one.
Oh, it's right here. The malodorous node. Friction between metallic components detected. Temperature increasing to critical levels. Please replace damaged parts or retreat to a safe distance. Okay. Speak with Alpha Nu.
Alpha Nu! Infernal things. One of them sent a swarm of mechanical Vilekin to plague me, and must have angered it.
I'm afraid Asinian and I have little to show for our efforts. Did you find anything? I did, a node which smelt like burned hair. Yes, a chirping node which spontaneously warned me about neglecting the dragon restraints. I found a way to activate mechanical sentries if that's any help. Spontaneously, you say? Well, that does sound promising. Almost suspiciously so, in fact. But then you were in possession of the spirit vessel? I dare say it is indeed the node of which Graha spoke.
Graha.
And it was chirping, you say? Very well, let us take a closer look.
How did the Allagans tell these godforsaken things apart?
As I suspected, the node will not acknowledge my authority to issue instructions. How'd they tell these things apart? Flip, do you wish to operate the dragon restraint mechanisms? You do not have the requisite access privileges. Operation of the dragon restraint mechanisms may only be undertaken by the chief technologist and members of the royal family, or those with a vessel full of royal blood, perhaps. Okay. Aren't we supposed to go talk to Graha first?
Yeah, I thought so.
New user detected. Commencing biometric authentication. Authentication complete. User identified. Member of the royal family. Please state your name.
3 brain cells are trying to free a dragon.
I can say other people's names.
I'm gonna say Estinian.
I'm gonna say Alpha now. But that's just confusing. Amusing as you may find my name, I must ask that you use Sabric Stonescard, please. Username changed. Welcome Sabric Stonescard.
Estinian said, very funny, but if that thing speaks my name, I shall see that it never speaks again. Use your own, Falfer and Stormstaff, in case you've forgotten.
Oh, that's funny. System update is required. A system update? What do you suppose it's asking of us? I could hazard a guess. Well, that's more than I can say, confounded bloody thing. User agitation detected. Initiating guidance program. In order to operate the restraint mechanism, I require access to the central control system. However, I am unable to establish a link to said system due to the obsolescence of my own software. This issue can be resolved by applying a system update using the corresponding terminal located within the flagship. So can this thing release the restraints or not? It can, but only once it has received the requisite system update, as far as I can tell. Until which time it'll float there spewing nonsense. User dissatisfaction detected. Initiating placation protocols. I'm here to help, rest assured that I will be on hand to guide you through every step of the system update process. How gratifying, but I dare say we will fare better with guidance than without it.
There's like big, I don't understand technology, like boomer
vibes.
Energy.
The next quest is just question by question mark. Sid and his colleagues always make operating these elegant devices seem so easy. I don't know what possessed the elegance to surround themselves with these chattering orbs, but the fact that they remain while their creators do not speaks volumes. For vengeance. The restrainment node stands poised to lend a hand, figuratively speaking. Now is probably a good time to call it good.
Is it?
Probably.
Chat, is it a good time?
Is this a good time? Good spot before we start this? I'm assuming this is a big...
Going?
This is an okay one to do but not finish. So like accept it and then call it good.
Okay, so we're good.
I'll accept it.
We're at a light moment right now.
Okay.
I would say. We're having a good time.
Okay.
Do like 2 conversations then finish. Oh. Okay, we can do that.
Perfect. How do I get down? Flagship terminal. Right. Let's see. According to the terminal, the central control system is presently employing software version 56.135. Dare I ask what version you are employing? Why, software version 42.002, of course. Estimated time required for update is 5 years and 1 day. my god. That is rather longer than we were hoping. Aren't there any other options? For instance, using this terminal to operate Tiamat's restraints instead? Proposed method is indeed an option. Please be warned, however, that the procedure may have changed as a result of the system update, and my instructions may no longer be accurate. Well, I can't imagine it will have changed all that much as long as we pay due attention to any discrepancies. I dare say we shall be able to muddle our way through. Don't bother trying to explain, just tell me if we've made any progress. I would say so, yes, it does. However, I require that I remain here to operate the terminal. I shall inform you via link bro once I am ready to release the shackles. It might be best if you left the spear vessel with me. I may yet have use for it. Rest assured, I will be certain to return it to Grahatia once this is over. Just a little more work and Tiamat will be free. But before we go any further, there is something I would know. When Tiamat and her kin fought against the Elegant Empire, both sides were but dancing to the tune of the Asians. It was the same in Ishgard, where they stoked the fires of conflict between man and dragon from the shadows. All that the Asians touch turns to ash, and thus have you made it your mission to fight them. But there have been times when you've tried to reach out to them instead to find common ground. What do you intend to do with Vandaniel? Will you try and reach out to him too? Enemy or no, I want to understand him. I will try, yes, and if that fails, I'll remember him, certainly, after I've wiped the smile off his face. I see little point in reasoning with the wretch or remembering him for that matter. But perhaps that's the difference between you and me. You see the good in people, but even if it be that but the faintest glimmer, I only hope you do not come to rue your benevolence. You think us unwise for viewing the world thus. Far from it, that has ever been your way, as I learned when we journeyed together with Iceheart. Yet the fact remains that there are some who view compassion as a weakness to be exploited, and there may come a time when you extend the hand of friendship only to wish that you had dealt the killing blow. So, save your mercy for those who deserve it. Well, we should be getting back to our task. If Alphino has things in hand here, I suggest we rejoin the others. Alright. Now it's the time to stop.
Okay, cool.
I'll go run by the guy and then call it good. Well, we made a decent chunk of progress today. We got through 5.4 and got about halfway through, a little over halfway through 5.5. So that'll
tomorrow we're probably finishing
at least 5.5.
Watch the trailer.
Ooh, tomorrow we could.
I'm gonna. Oh man.
Trailer hype.
I love this game.
It's a good game.
I love this game.
It's quite good. Excellent.
Music in the trailer is epic. Will you watch the trailer too?
Alright, we'll call it good right
The
here.
launch trailer. Oh yeah, there's also that.
Which trailer?
There's the launch trailer and the normal trailer. I don't know what they call it. Oh god.
Launch trailer's after 5.5. So what's the other trailer? The
full trailer.
The full trailer? Full trailer's before 5.5. Okay. So after we do 5.5, we can watch the full trailer? You got the Endwalker vinyl? Nice. I wish I had a thing to play vinyl. Funny thing about that actually is my wife's roommate collects like vinyl discs. She had like, I don't know. She had like a briefcase full of them. Should be coming in on like Tuesday or Wednesday. Nice. They're both on the Final Fantasy XIV YouTube channel. Okay. Yeah, tomorrow we'll probably end up watching the full trailer, if that's the right one. Launch trailer shows a little bit of Endwalker plot, so you have to wait until you're done with the patches. Oh, okay. Roommate has a vinyl player, but they do come with MP3s, so you can just download those. Oh, nice. I'm assuming you can just, like, look it up on, like, Spotify or something, too. Maybe. Alright, let me take a look real quick. Alright, tomorrow the plan is to continue the MSQ, finish 5.5, and maybe start 5.55. And yeah, sounds good to me. If anybody wants to follow me on Twitter, just post it. I post before I go live every day. And I believe most of you guys are already on my Discord. But if you ever want to join the Discord and you're not a part of it, you can just do this and you can join the Discord there. I know we're almost caught up, it's crazy. I'm so glad that we're actually gonna be on time for Endwalker. When I first started, I didn't think we would be at the current expansion when it came out. I thought it was going to take a lot longer to get through everything. But it looks like we're going to be right on time. But yeah. Anyway, thank you guys for watching the stream. You did get an extra 2 weeks, that's true. If I didn't have the extra 2 weeks, I probably would have just done it earlier. I don't know. But it's hard to say. But thank you guys for watching the stream. I appreciate it. And I will see you guys tomorrow. So I will see you guys. Yeah, I plan on streaming. So my streams from now on, at least for now, are going to be starting at 9 CST and going until around midnight.
And so, I'm guessing launch for Endwalker we're gonna be playing during the day. Whenever
yeah. So
we're gonna figure that out.
Launch on Endwalker is probably gonna be like we might start like right when it first comes out, or we might just sleep normally and whenever we wake up we start streaming. We'll have to see. We haven't decided yet, but as we get closer to it, I will let you guys know. What else was I gonna say? It's one other thing. There are going to be some days where I'll be able to stream for longer, just in general. But again, those days I'll just have to let people know like the day before or whenever I find out what days they are, because I don't know a whole lot in advance. So, but anyway, yeah, I will see you guys tomorrow. So yeah, hopefully tomorrow we finish 5.5. Well, we should be able to. I don't know how long the quests are, but yeah. So see you guys later. Have a good rest of your day, night, or whatever time it may be.